name is Christine. I'm just going to push that button right there. My name is Christine, and I'm on Instagram, Twinkle Plans Her Day. I'm one of the squad mentors for this year. And today we're going to talk about using your happy planner to reach your financial goals, no matter where you are in your journey. If you're younger, I hope to give you some advice and that you'll take with you throughout your adulthood. And if you're older, we can talk about the same things, the area of life that we're in, because it's now retirement, it's now putting our kids through college, and the money woes are great. So we have some products to talk about. We have some stickers to use. We have some trackers to make. We have some envelopes to make. So let's get started. I'm going to start off and I'm going to tell you a little story. It's about my childhood and my relationship with money and how that story relates, is still applicable to me today. And as I tell you this story, I want you to think about your own story, something that happened, whether you're in college or even younger, something with money that sort of defines how you look at money. Okay, so here's my story. When I was 8 years old, my twin sister and I, we won a contest and we won a trip to Disney World. And how we won this contest, really easy. All we had to do was collect newspapers, and we collected the most newspapers. It was easy. We lived in an apartment building. We just went door to door and collected. Easy. We won a trip to Disney World. We were in Florida. It was only a 3-hour bus ride. And this was like a camp. So we're on the bus going to Disney World, and we all had envelopes with money in it that our parents had given us. And I opened the envelope on the bus, and I see that there's $20 for my sister and I. $20. So excited to have $20. And I look around to everybody else on the bus, and I noticed that they had $20 for themselves, each person. They didn't have to share it with their twin. I had to share $20 with my twin. And I thought, I wasn't upset about it. I was so used to sharing. I was just noticing it. Okay, that was it. We go to Disney World. We have a great time. We go to the souvenir shops. For one reason or another, we were not micromanaged. Like, I totally think we were just left to Disney World. I don't remember being chaperoned, but we were like 8 or 9. So we must've been. Anyway, we're in the souvenir shops and everybody's looking and all the things, and they're buying stuff. Like, this was in the late 70s, early 80s. So $20 probably got you a lot. So people are coming in with their t-shirts and their hats and everything. And we're on the bus, and I didn't want to buy souvenirs. It wasn't my thing, but we did eat. Money was really to eat. So we ate, we got back on the bus to go home. And I really don't remember much about the trip, but I do remember the bus ride home. And in my envelope, we still had $5. And I thought to myself, hey, we still have $5, and everybody else didn't have any money left. I had like change. And I was kind of proud of myself that we managed to have still fun. We still had fun, and we still had $5 left. Anyway, the point of the story is I still react to money the same way. I can't spend everything that I have. And I'm really a frugal person and really think hard before I buy something. Now, if you're the opposite, now I'm not like this for everything. If I see a donut in front of me, I'm going to eat it right away. I'm not one to save and put food aside, but for money, it's something that I save. So this is kind of a natural thing for me. I do know of different budgeting techniques that I will go over, but these are things that basically I don't use because I kind of don't define who I am by how much money you have. Now, if you look at money that way and as yourself as a person and your self-worth as separate from how much money you have, then sacrificing things to save won't seem so hard. And you won't seem less of a person because you don't have enough money, but it'll be easier for you to save money because you won't relate your worth to things like that Coach bag that you really like. You won't define yourself by whether you have it or not. So you can save and put things inside instead of buying it. So we have to look at ourselves. It's all psychological. I really think I understood, even at that young age, how money and how we spend it is really psychological. And I love watching this guy, Marcus Lemonis from The Profit. I don't know if you watch him. He goes to businesses and turns them around. Like if they're having financial issues, he always knows. And it's always psychological. Always that person who just can't get open-minded or can't see things a different way or just stubborn. So anyway, I want you to take a good hard look at yourself and at your finances. And now we can turn the thing away and we're going to use our books. Don't worry, we're going to get out the Happy Planner too. Take a scrapbook of paper, a piece of scrapbook paper or scrap paper, and draw a circle. Now, I've always done this naturally. Oh, it's a perfect circle. I'm kind of proud of myself. Okay, we're going to cut the circle in half. And then we're going to do a little bit like this. This is going to be 30%. This is going to be 20%. And this is going to be 50%. Most of you probably already learned this in school. 50% of our budget, you're going to write down your income after taxes. Now, for me, it's a little different. My husband and I keep our accounts completely separate. So it's very simple for me. I just have my simple little teacher paycheck that I'm worried about. Okay. So 50% are needs, 20% are savings, and 30% wants. Once you get that in your head, it's so much easier to budget. You write down what's your need: bills, electricity, your car, and groceries. Basically, those are needs. And then the savings, find out what you're going to save for, probably retirement or first home or maybe a car. For our savings, my husband does most of the real savings. So these savings are basically, in my case, I'm older. I went through all that being broke, so I don't have to do that anymore. We have savings now. So my savings are for things that I want to, even though 30% are wants. My savings are usually for other things, so that this actually and for my daughter too. I'm in charge of everything that goes to our daughter. So that goes for her too. So once you have that, and it's a long process. It's not going to happen just in this 1 hour. But then you're going to take your planner, and this is the new Savvy Saver planner that the Happy Planner came out with. It's a budget planner, but they also came out with a few other things I want to show you. They came out with this amazing month on a page. You guys, I can't get over how gorgeous this is. And it's available at Michael's. I think I saw it on Plan with Elise. I think you found it at Michael's. If you're here, Plan with Elise, I think you found it in the Michael's stores already. I thought I saw that on her story. Anyway, there was one other thing I wanted to show. Where is it? Right here. They have an extension pack. An extension pack is called Kindness Costs Nothing. It's basically the same as the planner. Now, this is good if you have a simple budget and you want to keep it on along with your main planner and just want to sort it out by month, like take out a month, put it in the back of your planner so you have it together. But if you have like an Etsy business or a side job where you have complicated finances, then this budget planner would probably work for you. Let me just go through it. I have some stuff in the front I want to show you, but basically you have a very neutral month. And I would use this to track, you could use this to track your spending or your Etsy business, or maybe you have some sort of small business. You can track all your income and costs related to your business in this planner. I think that would be so great. And then here, let me bring it up here. You have your income, date, and amount. I mean, actually, I don't think that's enough space, but then you have your totals, your income, expenses, and remaining. That's like an out. So you fill that at the end of the month. You do this. What's the name of this planner? I'll tell you. It's super savvy, or maybe Savvy Saver. I'm sorry, that's it. Savvy Saver is the name of this planner. They also had one that was an undated one from last year. Let me show you that. If I can find it. I don't see it right away. They had another one that was more rainbow and that was undated. This one is, I think, dated. Yes, this one's dated 2021. But they also have an undated one as well. So it has, you write all your description, your bills, the category, the amount, and paid. And then you have different savings. If you have like a 529, if you have a retirement account, if you have stocks and bonds, you can just put them here. And debts, if you have student debt, everything, you can work on that progress. So, and then you have a no spend. I love no spends. I do them all the time. I'm a real advocate for them. I think we should condition ourselves to live off less, because if we get used to spending all the time, and like, for example, I'll just use coffee because a lot of people use coffee as an example. If we get used to buying coffee all the time, then we're just wasting money. We really are wasting it. I mean, if you need it every day, that's one thing, but I don't need it. I just love it. So I only let myself do it once a week, and every time, once 1 week per month, I will do a no spend and I will deny myself coffee just to keep it a treat. Because if I appreciate it, it's so much better. Right, Sarah? So we work on habits. I can see that you wrote that on this, see it's on the screen. We work on our habits. So our habits, we should be working on using and spending less in our daily lives. So when we do spend, it's more appreciated and it's more, we're more grateful. Just as a general rule, that's kind of my rule of thumb and actually my rule for next year, my motto is going to be do more with less. I'm going to be doing a lot less spending. I'm going to be probably using less planners. What is she doing? Someone's asked me. We're talking finances. What is she doing? I'm showing you the products that the Happy Planners coming out with. This one is the extension pack, the same as the Savvy Saver. Someone else has the same financial planner. You know, my next motto is don't buy it. Just don't buy it. So I know it's hard and it's easy for me because I'm on the squad and the Happy Planner sends me stuff, but it really takes a lot for me before I buy something. I've always been frugal. The view isn't on the planner. What view? The view? Yes, the view is on the planner.
Some people are having some technical difficulties. If you're on an iPad, please leave the class and come back in. Okay. If you're having other technical difficulties, make sure that your view is currently in speaker view mode and not gallery view. If it is in speaker view and you still can't see, scroll through the videos at the top of the screen, find Christine's overhead video and right click and then pin it yourself. Okay, you're good to go.
Okay, great. So once we've determined what our wants, what we can work with, this is needs. Once we put away 20% in savings, and some of you might want to do more than 20%, if you're making decent money and you're young enough, put more than 20%, because when your kid's in college, as mine is about to be next year, you will so appreciate that. So once you've done this, and once you've really reflected on what your relation is with money, do you feel deprived? Do you feel that it's not fair? Is money tied to your happiness? Is it tied to your worth? How can I pursue things that bring happiness that are free? And surround yourself with people who do this. I luckily have a neighbor who does everything free. And it's great to get advice from her. She always knows when something's going on, especially when we both had small children. She knew where to go, who's having the free program. And we can always do fun activities and not have to spend a whole lot of money. And she's still like that now. And so I love to be with her because we can both be we can both deprive ourselves and have fun doing it. So this is the planner. And another thing I wanted to show you. So let's see. So I was going to, this I'm using for a tracker. Now these monthly pages, also available at Michael's. It's just, all it is a month on one page. But for me, somehow, this is bringing me joy, like unbelievable joy. It's the little things. So what I did for November, and what you can do with these pages, if you don't want to get the whole planner, which is kind of big and could be bulky, and you kind of want to leave this at home because you might have financial information you don't want other people to see, I would also, this is probably not what you're supposed to do, I would put all my passwords and all my stuff in the back as well. And I would also have my husband print out all important things for me and punch it into my planner in the back. So I probably will use this just to have that information with me as well. But I do love these pages. So I just put a sticker on the top, and this budget book has a whole bunch of little stickers that you can add, like you put your housing payment or your credit card bill. I don't use credit cards. I'm just doing this as an example. That's another thing. I never use credit cards. I only buy something if I already have the money for it. Would never, ever buy something on credit. It's just the way I am. And if you do, ask yourself why. And I'm not saying it's wrong to do that, but try to limit it and see what happens. Like you may be pleasantly surprised that you don't need to buy something until you have the money for it. It's so much more gratifying too. But anyway, I thought we could make together a little spending summary. I posted this yesterday on my Instagram. This is November. There's no numbers in it just yet because for privacy reasons, but I thought we could make one for December so that I have a head start when December is over. And one tip to how to get all your finances like when you, to know what everything is without having to track it. I mean, I track it too, but if you go, you can give me the face now, Raina. If you can just go back to my face view. There we go. There you go. If you have your app, your bank app on your phone, and most of you do, go to all transactions and then to spending summary or something similar to like that, a summary of your spending for the month. And it will give you that chart, this chart that I made. It will give you the exact thing and you can just recreate it into your planner. So great, such a great tool. It will really focus on what exactly you spent in what area. And it'll also compare your incomes to the following, to the previous months, which is what I did. And now you can put the, you can put the screen back from top again, Raina, if you don't mind. So we're gonna go show the tracker now. So it also gives you the months. And so you can track, my income is different every month. I have a lot of side hustles. So, which is not very much right now because of COVID, but my income is never the same every month. So I like to track that as well and give myself goals. For some reason, I'm not a goal person, but for some reason, financial goals are easier for me to handle than any other type of goal. Like I can't do fitness goals. I can't do like business goals, like let's start a business. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not that kind of ambitious person, but financial goals, I'm all over it. So I like to have goals for financial goals. Anyway, for December, I started already putting, I know when my auto payments are going to be. I know I bought gas on Monday. I mean, on the 1st. So I put a little gas sticker and then I know when my paydays are. So I have that. So every time I buy something, or you can do it at the end of the month because it's all going to be on your phone. I could write, I have the copy because I did it already. Let's see. If I had, oh yes, I got paid for something on the 8th. So I just write that in and then I'll take my pen, my green pen. For me, my green Mildliner means I earned it and my red Mildliner meant I spent it. So I bought gifts online. I have my own little system here. And then I will highlight it in red, being that it's a deduction, and green means income. So after I do all that, I will write down a little note, how the month go. It's going to be tough because it's Christmas and there was a lot of spending. So it's not going to be a month that I save that much. But so I give myself grace for that. And then at the end of it, on the back of it, I'm going to do my spending summary, which you could either do it on the back of one of these months, or if you're using the planner, on the back of every month, which I really like this, on the last page, there's a clear page. And that is where I would do my spending tracker. And I love that they have notes and things in the back. I love the rainbow. You can find many uses for this page. But then I'm going to write, let's do that now. I'm going to make a tracker for when my December comes. I'm using a cup. You can use a compass. You probably should use a compass, but I didn't have a compass. And rather than go out and buy one, I could just use cups. So of different sizes, of course, you get that inside outside thing. I don't know what the ratios are going to be yet, but I'm going to use a gray one. And so after I did that, just going to go over it with a Mildliner. Now it's hard. I have to turn the page when you're with the Mildliner. So excuse me. I'm just going to do this quickly. That way it looks kind of cool. And usually when I do this, it helps me reflect on the month. What could I have done differently? Was it really wise to go to Target that day? Actually, with COVID, I've learned a lot about spending because we've all spent less. Some of us have lost our jobs. Like I lost my job for a good 6 months. I was out of work, but I ended up using all the money I had saved for a vacation that I was supposed to go on. And I ended up just using, so it totally worked out because I was just, it didn't have an effect on me because I already saved so much for this vacation that I never went on. Anyway, so after that, you can write in or put stickers, spending. Let's see, I could use, do I have an alphabet book? I have this alphabet book. I can put it in a different, I'm not sure that I will do the whole thing right now. so as to save time. But do I have my handy dandy tweezers? No, I'll just have to use my fingers today. So I would put spending summary with stickers. I could probably use these black ones. My circle's not that great today. I'll just write. These ones are good for this. You could write it out too, but it's just so much more fun with stickers, isn't it?
Everything's more fun with stickers.
Of course. So I'm pretty sure I have all the letters. Yeah, I barely use this page. So I'm just going to do like spend just to, and then I'll move on to the next thing. And I would write income, the beginning of the month. I mean, income, my account balance at the beginning of the month, my account balance at the end of the month, and then October's income, November, and then December's income next to it. So I can see if there's a trend going up or down. I'm a visual person, so things like this appeal to me, and they help me put things in perspective too. So no matter how much money you have, the circle is the same for everyone. So that's why I like it. We all need a spending summary, and it's a good like recap, monthly recap. It's a way. There's also budgeting journals that you could get if this is a topic that's getting to you somehow and you need to write it out. So there you go, spending summary fits perfectly. And then it would color in the different sections. What are the sections that I had? Let's see. It was gas, utilities. It was eating out, which I did really well in November. But that's because a lot of the restaurants are closed. Groceries, bills and utilities took a lot. Gas and shopping, I did a lot of gift shopping in November. So, and then health and wellness. And that could be determined if you get sick or something, you have a lot of copays, whatever. So that's going to vary as well. So there you go. So that's how we'd use the planner. So there are two ways that people tackle budgeting. Some people, they do a cash envelope system. I don't know if you've heard that. If you watch Dave Ramsey, he's all about separating money into cash, because psychologically, if you see the money in cash and you're seeing it go, it's more of an impact, and you're more likely to rethink something and rethink buying it. So cash systems are good. And I love using envelopes. I usually use them for receipts. Where did my planner go? I had this little half sheet planner, the classic, here it is. And I made a little envelope. I thought we could make one. I'll put the planner aside. So if you have a planner like this, and this is what I usually carry around in one of those happy planner purses. So I made this little envelope, and what's cool is you can make as many as you want and have them different for different things. Like one could be receipts, one could be groceries, one could be your coffee fund for the month, or whatever you want to separate your finances. So I thought I would show you how simple it is to make one of these envelopes. And today I have you can use scrapbook paper. I mean, ideally you would use scrap paper, the thicker kind, because you don't want it to be flimsy. So I have this, I'm actually going to use Happy Planner paper today. This is Happy Memory Keeping. This is really old. I don't even have that many sheets left of this paper. Let's see what I could use. I could probably use this one. Yeah, I could probably fold it like this. Yes, let's do that. So all you need to do to make one, and this one's already punched. If it wasn't already punched, you could just use a punch, like a punch. This is the Plan a Happy Life punch. And I just saw it today, this morning, is on sale for $13. Now, I don't want to tell people to buy something on a finance class, but if you've been wanting this is amazing, this punch. Love it. And it's beautiful. It's white. So anyway, I would totally recommend that. Anyway, I'm going to go and get a bone folder right back. I like using bone folders to fold things. You don't have to, of course, but since I have it, might as well use it. So this thing's
Christina has a question. She wants to know, they're moving, and she wants to know, how do you estimate utilities for a new home?
Oh, you can't estimate until you get there, can you? You really have no idea. I would, well, is the home bigger, or if it's a bigger home, I would add maybe, if it's 20% a bigger home, I would add 20%. I always give myself a cushion anyway, so I would estimate more than it would actually be. Okay. Someone said, if you are moving and it's not a new building, someone's answering you. So you're getting advice, probably more better than what I could give you. There might be some real estate people out there who are helping. And also, since I don't pay utilities. So that's my husband's job. So we each have, it's like some unspoken thing between us.
Same.
Yeah. I just like to have it separate. I don't want to know what he buys, and he doesn't need to know what I buy. So
I feel like my husband's happier not knowing what I.
Yeah, he's much happier. Yeah. But he would probably be surprised at how little I bought. Because he sees all my Happy Planner products. He thinks I buy everything. Totally not the case. I wouldn't have half of this stuff. Not that I don't love the Happy Plan, but you really don't need as much as what you see online. You really get the impression that everybody gets everything, but that's not the case. And the people you follow, you don't follow them because they have everything. You follow them because they have good tips and you like what they do with what they have. So you have to keep that in mind. If you're buying stuff just because everyone else has it on Instagram, then you have to really ask yourself why you're buying. You really don't need, of course, there's going to be things that you like. Let me just remember to cut here. Of course, there's going to be things that you like, but you don't really need everything. Really, you don't. Okay, so once you've folded it in half, and I've sort of measured, where I want the thing to be, it's so easy to make these envelopes. I'm just going to draw a little line going up, and that's going to be where the pocket is. So you're going to cut down here, and you're going to cut up here. You can do it with a scissor, or you can do it with a trimmer. And I think I'm going to do it with the trimmer on this part. This is a Fisker's trimmer. I use it every time I have a class. Oops, sorry. Ooh. I use it every time I have a class. So if you've been to one of these classes before, I love my trimmer. So, and there you have it, folks. You can make a whole bunch of these. Oh, I have to cut this as well, the top. From here on, I'll probably cut it. And you can make it thicker or thinner. I mean, if I was just carrying this around, I probably wouldn't put money in it, but I have it in a one of those purses, a Happy Planner purse. So I know that the money's not going anywhere. That said, I do use it mostly for receipts, because I buy a lot of stuff for my classroom. And if I don't keep the receipts, I don't get my money back. So, and I'm not very good at keeping receipts. So I need those envelopes. So here we go. Then next we have to close it on this side or tape it. I'm using Tombow adhesive, but you can use any adhesive. They're all the same, really. This one annoys me because I never know which side to do it on. Ugh. Oh, is it? I'm having adhesive issues. I'm having adhesive issues. Here we go. I know it's this side. There we go. Okay. There, and then here on this side. For some reason. I might be at the end of this. Well, okay. We're going to fold it this way. Once you put the glue here and here, and then you have an envelope. And I like having the idea of having like 4 or 5 different categories. And of course you can put stickers on it. Let's do that. Let's put a nice little sticker on it. After I find another adhesive. Do I have another adhesive? Not within arm's length. So I'm just going to do that later. We'll find a nice, this is the Live Creatively that I just happen to have. See if there's anything that could look like a label. Like one of these is cute. So maybe something bigger. Let's see what we have. We can do this one. It could be anyone, they're all, you know. And then we could just put a label for groceries or whatever. And you only have, for let's say the month in the beginning of, let's say January 1st, you give yourself a certain amount for groceries. And that's all you put in this envelope. And you can only use this money for groceries. And instead of looking at it as a sacrifice, look at it as what you're going to gain. Concentrate on what you're gaining. And this brings me to my next item. I'm going to show you how I motivate myself to save, because it is hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's hard to put everything down when you want to buy something, or even when something's on sale, you think it's a good deal, you should get it, but then you don't have something, you don't have enough in your budget for it. This is how I motivate myself. I make myself, where did I put it? A motivation board. Now this, I used the Happy Memory Keeping sheets to make them. These are page protectors, and I cut them down to fit the classic size. But if you have a big, they work perfectly. Normally they're used for memory keeping, but they have a lot of different sizes. This is 2x2 boxes. These are 3x4s. So, and this is both of them together. So they look like this, and they're clear and plastic, and you can cut them with scissors. It works fine as long as you don't go through that binders, the binding things, or things will fall out. So anyway, I made a goals page. I just printed up some photos, some pictures, images from the internet, and put them onto a goals page. Put some stickers on. This says dream it, plan it, do it. And when I think how hard it is to save, just think this is what I'm saving for right now. And I'm going to make a spending tracker later for it. Yes, it looks like we will have time to make that. But this will motivate me. This is what I'm working for. Instead of thinking of depriving yourself, you're giving yourself this gift. I'm giving myself the gift of this vacation to go visit my mom, to go to Disney World, to swim with the manatees, because that is my goal, to swim with the manatees. I love them so much. Love manatees. I can't believe I haven't swum with them yet. And so I made myself a goals page. I also made a savings tracker. It just makes it more fun when you have a sticker on it, as Raina said before. So I decided I'm going to Disney World twice in 2021. I'm going to go to Disney World in the summer with 2 friends. I'm going to go to Florida, and I'm going to go to Euro Disney in Paris. My sister lives there. It's a long story, but I will be going to France this year. Hopefully, if they get the vaccine and everything works out, I'll be able to soon release why I'm going there, because it's super exciting, but I can't tell you just yet. But I will be going to Euro Disney, so I should save about $600 for that, because I think we'll be staying overnight. And then for Disney World, we'll be staying there for a couple of days. So I put 1,000, but it may be less than that. Someone said, I love Paris. I used to live in Paris for like 10 years. So if you have any Paris questions, I could totally, it's been a long time, but I know Paris very, very well. Anyway, so we're saving for that. This is my little tracker. For that, and we'll make a tracker. I wanted to make a tracker, and I wanted you guys to make a tracker with me. So if you have a sticker book, any sticker book, think about what's something that you'd like to save for. If it's a new house, go collect some pictures of this house that you want, put it on a page, and we'll make a tracker together for it. You can use any paper. I'll use this today. It says today. And I'm going to write, because my saving is to go to Florida. I'm of age. I don't have to save anymore for a house. Paying off our house. I don't have to save for my kids' college. That's done. She's going off. So now I get to save for things I want, which is a vacation to Florida. So I get to do that. Yay. See, when you get
we
older,
have a question from Liz, who wants to know, she's just generally asking everybody, but she wants to know, so for people that don't use cash, you know, either pre-pandemic or because of the pandemic, what other ways do you do the saving, like without cash? Like, is there like the slips?
That's a very good
paper
question.
Tracking? How does that work?
Well, that's a very good question. You know, I would ask your bank if they don't have a system where you can put money in different accounts and use only an account for those purposes. There's also something called sinking funds. Now, if Plan with Elise is with us today, she can talk to you about it in the chat room. But sinking funds is when you give yourself it's like doing a savings tracker, but for things that you don't know that's going to happen, like a medical savings tracker. So if something happens with you medically, you have that money saved. Or like car repairs. You don't know, wouldn't normally save for car repairs. You don't think your car is going to break down, but it eventually will. So you should have a savings for it. So it's called sinking funds, and you prep for that by doing, and if you're interested in this kind of saving, you should really go follow Plan with Elise, because that's what she does. She lives in New Jersey, not far. She's been to my house. We talked about this. And that's how I learned about this, is because of her system of doing sinking funds. I'd never heard about it before. But it's a good way to plan. I usually put a cushion of about, I have a good cushion in my savings account that I can always draw upon. So I don't really worry about sinking funds. It's just not, because of my personality, I don't need it. But if you have that personality where you would need to have a sinking fund, totally recommend it. As for keeping track, as for the original question, that's a really good question. You would have to write down everything you spend. And that could be annoying, but I know this is not a Michael's product, but they have a mini budget. If you want to carry something little with you, they have this mini budget planner that it would be easy to write everything you spend on the go if you don't want to have a classic with you, or you can use a regular mini one to write down so that you don't go overboard. You set your budget, and then just so you can keep track so you don't go overboard. That would be the thing that I do. But I always say to myself, don't buy it. I rarely go even close to what I put, just because of my personality. But anyway, I'm going to do a tracker. I hope that answered your question a little bit. I would call my bank to see if they had anything actually like in place that you could go and sign up for. I wish I had my little tweezers that I always have. I'm going to look one more time. Oh, here they are. Great. How do you sleep her name? The budget mom. Yes, that's a person to follow. The budget mom. Yeah, good. Yes, you can look into, and if you need any ideas for extra cash, like I'm big on side hustles. I'm a teacher, so it's really easy for me to get side hustles because people always need tutoring. People always need to have, babysat or pods. Over the summer, I was asked to do pods. So there's a ton of extra side hustles that I can do and that I need to do because teachers don't make anything. But there's also Poshmark, that you can sell clothes or sell things via online, which is perfectly safe. You can do over COVID. I've sold a few things on Poshmark. It's very easy to do. There's Etsy. You can have your own style stickers. That's not my thing. I'm not a business person, but it's worked out for a lot of people. You can do couponing, which is not my thing either, but I love watching people who coupon. And then, another thing, this is really good. Actually, put it on my face for a second because this is really good. You guys, the best deal ever, the best side hustle ever is working an election. I love working the elections. I've worked the elections for like 8 years, super well paid. Sometimes you can get it twice during the year. Actually, it's not the same pay is not for every state. My state happens to pay very well because I know, the sticker tweezers, this was from online. These are craft tweezers. Not sure that Michael's has them. I think they do, but if they don't, you can get them online. Craft. These are the best tweezers ever.
We do, but I think they're in the jewelry section, actually.
Oh, right. That's right. They said that in my last class. It's in the jewelry section. That's right. I remember now. Anyway, work the election. It's so much fun. It's really long hours. And as a teacher, I don't work on election day anyway, so I could easily take that day off. And then it's usually twice a year. The other election is like a school board election, and it's paid and it's great. It's a great side hustle to have. You're also paid on your training. There's a training to do. So definitely look into working, and you should be most people get things in the mail about working the election. So when you get them, save it because it is so fun. I love working the elections. So anyway, that's my little tip for earning extra money. It's totally worked out for me. All right, I'm using these. I should even tell you. I didn't even tell you. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm using the All in a Season book to write Florida because I'm making a savings tracker for Florida. Before I do that, I should write down how much you need to save, but I don't know yet. I'm just going to make this first and then I'll think about it. I'm going to go back and forth because I like having choice of colors. They're different. I don't know if you've noticed this, but the gradient is different on each side of this. So I like to have, let's see, I'll do a purple one. I'll try to do this fast because watching somebody put stickers down is not the most. But you can do yours too. Take out some books. We can do this together. If you're in your craft room, take out a sticker book, write down something that you want to save for. And even if it's college, if it's something that seems totally overwhelming, you got to start somewhere. So start small. It's okay to start small. You don't have to worry about starting small because you got to start somewhere. All right, so Florida. And then I think the word vacation, I don't have to put the whole thing. I think there's a word here. Oh, it's not here. Where is it? Here, vacation. I'm just going to use this big sticker. And you can make it fun by adding different icons that pertain to whatever you're saving for. Like I know that there are some summer stickers in here that I could use, like sunglasses. Oh, this is cute. I like the "You Are Here" sticker on top. So every time, so how I'm going to save for this is I'm not going to, obviously I have the money for this. I could go on vacation right now, but I don't want to because I don't want to feel the money leaving my account. That's where I am. So every time I get, Christmas is coming, I'll get a lot of gift cards. I'll save every gift card, save every cash that's in an envelope that people are tending to give to teachers right now and put it in a jar. And that's going to my Florida vacation. By the way, those of you who are giving teachers cash for Christmas, thank you so much.
Which sticker book are you using?
This is the All in a Season, which is a great book to have if you don't have a lot of books because it has a little bit of everything. It really is a functional and fun sticker book. Totally recommend, especially if you're not the type to have all the sticker books. Because look, it's got florals. It's got like, it's a seasonal book, but it's got so many. Look at all the florals. And these are florals that you don't see in any other book too. Really cute. I'm looking for icons that I could use for Florida right now. I thought I had, oh, here's some watermelon. That's a good Florida icon here. A summary thing. Okay. So after you make your little heading, I think I saw some, I'm going to end up using that sticker of the sunglasses. I'll use this one, it's smaller. So after you do your little heading, you can use boxes or hexagons or any kind of shape to denote what the increments of cash. Oh, and also I have this little mini book and they have a ton of inspirational phrases. Great to use. I love the save now, spend later. Really cute. Girls just want to have funds. Trying to think which one I could spend well. Love that sticker.
So do you know if Happy Planner makes kind of like a minimalist? Nancy wants to know if they make minimalistic sticker packs, like black and white and gray, something that's not so colorful.
I do have a minimalist that's also available at Michael's. Where's my minimalist book? Because I was going to use it today, but it's not black and white. There's still colors in it, but here it is. This is the minimalist book, but it's still, as you can see, there's a lot of colors. There are some black and white books. Let me go through. They had a Be Happy box with the Teresa Collins one is pretty much black and pink. They had a florals book that came out. I think this was like a special edition. I don't think you can get this in stores or even online. Let me just think. I'm not a black and white person, so I'm really not the person for that to ask. I am not I'm like a neutral person. Let's see, I'm going through there are a couple of books that are more neutral, like Biz Babe Goals. Really nice book. But again, it does have color. Anyway, go through what you have, find one with boxes, or I think Happy Goals has some cute little hexagons. I love to use a good hexagon.
What was the black and pink one?
Oh, that was
Annette
Teresa
wants to
Collins.
know.
That is also, where is it? Here it is. This was also from a Be Happy box. It was a special like Happy Planner release. Don't know that you can buy this online. You'd have to look. And online, it would only be on the Happy Planner website, from what I believe. That's what it looks like. It says, it says Be Happy box. That sort of confirms that, doesn't it? So yeah, there's that. There was 2 books like this that I wanted to go through. Here, the Live Creatively one has some really cute hexagons that I wanted to use, like these little things. I thought I could make it like a game board. There's so many ways to do trackers. There's so many different trackers that you can get inspired, like from Instagram. I know Planning with Bumble did a couple of trackers for her budgeting class recently with Michael's. Hers are cute too. These are really small though. So I guess my increments will have to be like $10 or something. I'm gonna try to make this going like this, sort of like a game board, and like at each different stop, put like something that I want to do in Florida, like a beach sticker or whatever. And I think it would probably increments of, let's see how many I have here. I know I have a couple of pages of these stickers, so it's going to be a lot. They really co-cute together and they fit well together. But if you have boxes, I mean, any kind of sticker books has a shape that repeats itself, or you can just do what I did for the Disney one and just draw like a bar graph, make a little bar graph and just color it into each. This was for every 100. I don't know what the increment is going to be for this one yet. I still haven't calculated how much I'm going to need for Florida. It won't be much. I'm going with 2 friends. We're going to drive. How's this looking so far, guys? Anybody have any questions? Want to chat about something while I'm doing this? Anybody?
No, they're all just talking about their favorite sticker books and
okay, sure.
And where to,
This one is really underrated. I haven't seen anybody really use these, and they're so good. But you have to like color for this. Of course, this is for the colorful person. Since there's so many of them, I'll probably use a lot of them. This will probably be increments of $10. So every time I make $10, I'll just color it off, check it off. And for me, I like to put, when I do get cash, I put it in a jar. There's like nothing, I don't have a special account for it. Just put it in and I don't tell anyone in my family because they'll just take it and say, oh, I need cash. Do you have cash? If they know it's there, I know it would be gone. So I don't tell anyone. All right.
I hide my extra cash in one of the jars in my kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Because nobody's gonna go looking there because I'm the only one who cooks. So
very old school, huh?
That way when, Girl Scouts come to the door selling cookies.
We love that.
Yes.
I'm a Girl Scout leader.
I definitely have my own budget for Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, that's hilarious. I have so many Girl Scout cookies in my basement. So many packs. I'm also the Nuts and Mags chair, so I've got a ton of the other products that they sell.
So they're loving this game board idea. We've got people who say they use it for work. Yeah. Someone use it for, Kimberly uses it for weight tracking. I love it.
Oh yeah, weight tracking, that's great. I wish I could do that. I just don't have that kind of discipline. I'm good with money, but with weight tracking, no, not good at that at all. And I know there's another page of these. I know there were like 3 pages. So I was gonna go like this and have different, I might have to take out another book. right? I have to go from the top again because I know there's another color wave of, yeah, here they go. Now I'm going to make it go up through here, and that will be the finish line. Okay, we only have a couple more minutes of this. So now is a good time if anybody has any questions. I mean, again, my motto is just don't buy it. Try to find another way. And that's going to be what I'm going to work at, especially this year for 2021. But it's more for ecological reasons. Like I want to be more ecologically friendly, like less wasteful. It's just to be less wasteful. So I'm going to go from it from that angle. Not so much as a way to save money, but as a way to be good for the environment.
So Kelly had a suggestion. She said that you could use, if there's any like bigger hexagon stickers in the book, you could use those for milestones. Like, oh, you reached $100.
Yes. You know what?
Reached...
That's a great idea. I'm going to put one here and like one here. I think they'll fit. If not, I have a punch right here. Where's my punch? I have a hexagon punch. I was going to maybe use this. So that would be like a good size to put here. That's a great idea. Who said that? Kelly, you said?
Kelly, yeah.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks so much.
And Beverly loves this idea. She's trying to teach her little one how to save. So they're going to use this idea to help their little one.
Oh yeah, do like a chutes and
learn how to
ladders
save
kind of thing. Like if they lose their allowance, they have to go down here. For a ladder. Yeah, I should have been. I mean, my daughter is kind of like me with money, but she kind of takes everything for granted. But of course, all 17-year-olds do, don't they? Okay. All right, this is my last one. I don't think I have any more. So that's it. That would be my final. And when I get that, that's when I'm leaving Florida. That's when I'm leaving. Okay, and there's still stickers if I have my travel one with me. I don't have my travel sticker book here, or maybe I do. Like for these things, ooh, there goes my light. Let me just go pick it up.
Oh no, you're fine.
It's okay. Show must go on. I'm totally not worried about that. It's not broken. I don't have to buy another one. Here we go. It happens all the time, really. Always in the middle of my plan with knees. I gotta stop it now. Okay, so yes, this is my finished, not really finished. I'm gonna add, I think that was a great idea, Kelly. I am gonna do that, but I'm gonna have to wait till the class is over to put one here. And I will post the finished product on my Instagram so you can see. Yeah, I'll put the different milestones. I think that's a cool idea. I like the "you are here" at the sticker at the end. And there I go. There's my tracker.
Jacqueline is very excited to save for her wedding now.
Wedding, that's something to save for. Wow, that's something. Yeah. But let me just tell you, I had a really cheap wedding and it was really nice. There are ways to have a nice wedding without going overboard with I know it can get really out of hand very quickly. And just think about, you want to have a nice wedding. I'm not saying not to have a nice wedding, but do you want a nice house or do you not a nice wedding? Like, just remember that you could save a lot of that for a down payment on a house. Just putting it out there. I know we all want a nice wedding, but the wedding's only one day. Just
at the very end, someone is asking if you can just show them again the different products that you use.
Oh yes, I saw that and I forgot. So the different products that I told you, first is the planner. This is called the Savvy Saver. It comes with, there's the budget. Actually, I didn't even use this. They're so good. These stickers are so, especially for the no spend stickers. I didn't even show you those. And these, man, I should have billed you and paid stickers. I just love these. Really brings joy into budgeting. Really, really good stickers for that. And then there was the month on a page notebook, where the page protectors, and here they are. We had the month. This I really recommend. This is really good if you don't want to get a whole planner for finances, but you want something. I put my tracking on one side, and then the other side, because on the back of the pages is just a grid, just clear. So I would just do all my tracking on the other side of it. Or they have the extension pack, which is like kind of like both worlds together. So you take a month out at a time and put that on the back of your regular planner, and you have a budget section for your planner. So you can take all of that there. And this is really, really good for somebody with a small business and that has to keep track of a lot of different things going on financially. Mine's personally, really simple. So I do like tracking my finances, but I don't need something as detailed as this personally. Then what else we had? That was basically it. Yeah, except for the sticker books that I used.
All the stickers. And then can you also show them the circle once again, the 50, 20, 30 circle?
Oh yes, very important. It's basically, a lot of people do this. I'm not the one, I didn't make this up. This was like, everyone does this. Where did I put it?
I think it might have been before that.
Well, I wrote it down. No, it's got to be here somewhere. It was basically 50% of your needs, 50% of your thing goes to needs, 30% goes to your wants, and 20% to your savings. I'm going to go look through here again. Back here. No, for some reason it has disappeared. Gone forever. But it was a circle. You cut it in half, 50% needs, that goes, and then 20% savings, probably the most important. And I think if you're younger, should be more than 20% and put in and if your employer matches everything that you put in a 401k, definitely take advantage of that. That would be my biggest advice. If you are young, or even if you're not young, if an employer matches your, whatever you do, you've got to do it before anything else. If he's matching whatever you're putting in every month, do it, because you're getting double the money. And the stock market's doing so well right now. So totally go for that. That would be my biggest advice. The host has spotlighted your video for everyone. No, I would like to do that later. Sorry about that. So thanks everybody for coming. Do you want to say anything? I would like to thank Raina, our moderator today.
Thank you. No,
Thank you,
all
Raina.
they had a great time in your class,
Oh,
and everyone's saying thank you so much. They can't wait to get started on their
good. Yeah,
new budget planning ideas.
Definitely start. Make 2021 the year that you're going to save. Make a goal. It could be 1,000, it could be 10,000, but it's totally possible. You totally can do it. And those encouraging, I like to use the encouraging sticker book to write encouraging notes all over to it to help me remember that focus.
And they want to know what your Instagram is.
Oh, Twinkle plans her day. I almost gave you my email. Twinkle plans her day is it on Instagram? Yeah. And I'll be posting that soon, that page that we just did. I'll fix it up before I do. So anyway, thanks so much. Have a great Sunday. And if you're on break, enjoy it. I still have 2 days.
Bye.
Bye.